Hello, dear customer. Thank you very much for joining my presentation. Here is Damian Django from ddsalesboost.com. And let me get straight to the point with a summary of the presentation. I think this is exactly what you expect from me. Let me refer to the 5 questions presented during the presentation, which every customer is asking himself when being called by someone who he doesn't know or by someone who he hardly knows. These questions are, just to remind you, who is calling, how long will the call last, what does the caller want from me, will I benefit at all from this call, and finally, which particular benefit will I get out of it. For you, the question now is, how do you address this subconscious conversation which is going on in your customer's head? According to science, you have only 4 till 8 seconds to convince your customer to continue the conversation in a way that he not just only wants to speak with you, but also shares with you very sensitive information about his project and his company, the information which you need for your close. From your customer perspective, you need to transition from a position of a complete stranger, someone who the customer will not want to deal with eventually, to someone, from his perspective, who is a supportive coach and with whom he willingly will be sharing sensitive information. But let me prove this statement to you with one methodology which has been introduced to you already during the presentation. The methodology is called the anticipation technique. It's coming directly from the science of objection handling. You have been introduced to the intro, can I get straight to the point, to not waste your time. With this statement, we just anticipate that the customer is just running this question through his head, with which he's asking himself, how long will the call last? And you not only address this question, you also resolve it just by giving the statement that this call will be business straight and will not last long. Similar rules you might want to apply to the other parts of the phone conversation. Let me give you just a few examples of some rules which you want to apply even before you start the call. So before you start the call, you obviously want to take care of your workspace. You also want to place the calling time into your calendar. You also want to do the right amount and the right research. You also want to be clear about the goal of your call, and you also want to bring yourself to the right state to be successful in the coming conversation. After initiating the call, you want to choose the right intro. You want to place the right first discovery question based on the right keywords. You also want to ask the right deepening questions, which will help you to increase the created rapport, but also to gather the necessary business intelligence which you need to make you close. You also want to do it that way that you avoid vulnerable topics and eventually a too early discount conversation. Finally, you want to master the art of objection handling. This will really create the necessary rapport and make you gain the customer. Only when you have all the mentioned necessary skill sets, the close will come naturally and you will close with ease. All of this you will learn in my course. But you will learn more than that. You will learn general applicable rules which are based on statistics and relevant KPIs which you can apply to every single campaign you will ever run in the future within your organization. You will also learn the psychological background of every methodology, and you will also learn how these rules are applicable in the particular relevant case. Grace the practical training in form of role plays and call simulations, your team will be able to apply the learned knowledge instantly in a practical way. With the provided training materials and with the workbook, everyone in your sales team will be able to learn the topics which are most relevant for her or for him. Very soon, everyone in your sales team will become a master sales representative on the phone. Very soon, everyone in your sales team will become sharp as a shark, enthusiastic like hell, and an expert in the area of telesales. At this point, I wanted to highlight the principle and the importance of using a bespoke script for every single campaign separately, which you will be running in the future. You might have realized, or you might have been aware from the beginning, that every single phone conversation follows certain rules. And I've shown you that you can apply rules which will help you to govern the conversation. From this point, it is becoming obvious that you need to be able to create and use a bespoke script for every single campaign you will operate in your company in the future, which will deal with all relevant topics relevant for the campaign. My commitment to you now is that after my course, every single member of your sales team will be able to create such a highly effective bespoke script for every single campaign in the future, regardless of which topic the campaign is referring to. Very soon, therefore, every single member of your sales team will be overachieving every individual target, and your company's revenue will explode. Right now, I hope that you are becoming really curious about my course and also excited about the next steps. The next steps will be the free coaching session. With the free coaching session, I will already add value to the skill set of your sales team, so your sales results will instantly improve. As a result of this coaching session, I really believe that we will create a partnership and you will book my whole training package. This will enable me to make your sales team unbeatable and your revenue will explode. With that said, thank you very much for your attention. Let me invite you to the free training session. See you there.